What is going on, YouTube? Thank you so much for joining us tonight. First of all, I want to say thank you once again for joining us. If you'd like to, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you click the thumbs up button. Make sure you leave a comment, any suggestions of anything you want to hear us discuss, or just anything you want to let us know. Go ahead and feel free. And also make sure you click that notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video on this channel. So we are back. It's Thursday night. It's 9:30. I have my co-host again here, Mike and Jennifer and Tyrone. What's going on, y'all? How are y'all doing?
Hello.
So wonderful to have us all together as one again. First things first, I want to send a quick shout out to MJ Rodriguez. She is a beautiful actress who plays Blanca on the TV show Pose. Although the series is now over as of a couple weeks ago, she was nominated for an Emmy in the category of Best Lead Actress, Best Actress in a Leading Role in a drama series. So congratulations to MJ Rodriguez. She is the first transgender woman to be nominated in a leading category. Big ups to her. So happy for her. So happy for her. Jennifer, what are we talking about tonight?
Okay, about time. First of all, my lovely brother, Joe Nathan, he said if you would like, you can subscribe. Just push that aside and just subscribe.
Yes, please.
Do it right now.
Just do it. Okay, there we go. Had to get that out.
Thank you.
We have more congratulations to give. If you listen to our last video from last week, last Thursday, we did talk about Sha'Carri and the famous track star. She is a runner. And
she's a runner, she's a track star.
That's what she is, baby.
Yes,
well, she was a runner.
well, I think she's still a runner. You know, the reefer can come out of her blood. She'll be all right. She can run again in the future. It's just not going to be at this Olympics. Small little side note. How everybody all of a sudden being tested positive for coronavirus once they get over there to the Olympics?
You know, a lot of people were saying that it needed to be canceled because of the Delta variant and because of the cases rising in Tokyo at the time. And It seems like right now that would have been the best thing to do, because I know one of the gymnastic girls is currently positive for corona. I don't know. 4. Wow. Okay. So yeah, it's crazy.
But personally, I feel like some of that might be a little bit capped, little lies. You know what I'm saying? They're just trying to keep it out. You don't think so, Ty? Okay, because I'm team us. You know what I'm saying? I just want us to win. Let us move forward. Go ahead. You sure?
I am team us also, but I do feel like they probably should have postponed it or canceled it until maybe not next 4 years, maybe next year, maybe. Until they get this stuff out of in control.
Because there's another rising. The county,
different variances.
LA County has already shut down again.
Yep. Wow. What?
Yep. Mike said what? Like he lived there.
No, I'm scared of this shutdown again. I don't want to shut down again.
Nobody wants to shut down again, but people are not taking this thing serious and getting vaccinated and taking precautions and still wearing your mask in addition to social distancing.
And also there are still news publications and media outlets that are discouraging people from still getting the vaccine. We won't say their name, but we know exactly who they are. But they're talking bad about people getting vaccinated, and then talking bad about people who say if you're vaccinated, still wear your mask. Like, we are not out of the woods yet. So.
Yeah, that's funny. Those same people are the same people that have the vaccination. They're fully vaccinated, but telling people not to get vaccinated.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you want to look out for people, look out for people. If you don't, just don't. Okay, anywho.
Exactly, because they would not be sitting in front of that camera if they were not vaccinated. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Because a lot of people's jobs out here, especially them people on TV, is continuing to whether or not you've gotten vaccinated fully.
Okay.
They did it for that check. I bet they did that then.
But they'll still tell it's so crazy, but I'm just going to move on, right?
All right.
Back to Sha'Carri. So we were talking about the $250,000 opportunity that she had to be the front woman, spokeswoman, or whatever for a particular kind of weed or like whatever.
A vaping company.
A vaping company, yeah.
A vaping company, thank you.
Company.
And what we decide, well, okay, the majority, the three of us, and that's what I'm not including this one right here. That's my he believes that she should have or could have taken the opportunity, but the three of us, we thought that she'd be better off waiting on something better.
Right.
And boy, did better
did it come through. Weren't we right?
Right. And she is now featured in a new commercial. I bet you as the information was coming out about that other offer, she was featured in a new commercial featuring new Kanye music.
Yes.
For Beats. They're new buds that they have out. So congratulations for Sha'Carri and her team.
Congrats, baby girl. Did they ever? She got a big check for that.
I was just about to ask that. Did they ever come out and say how much was that endorsement deal? But I guarantee you it's more than $250,000. I can guarantee you that.
Mm-hmm. And I mean guarantee, okay? In no way they paying. In a way they're paying less than $500,000.
Get your
right. This is Beats.
This is Beats money.
Get your coin, sis.
Congratulations to Sha'Carri.
Yes.
Again, as well to her team. I know there's no way that she's doing this stuff by herself. I'm sure she has a great agent and all that stuff that would not let her settle for that.
Tyrone. I'm glad Tyrone's not her manager.
No, don't be looking surprised.
Because she would have been.
Listen to her. Y'all was like, don't even listen to it.
I wouldn't because
no.
It's
I would have negotiated for more money.
No, I wouldn't do it at all. Not a baking company. I just got kicked out the Olympics because of smoking weed. Why would I want to do a vaping or a cigarette or a menthol, anything? I don't want to do anything dealing with a cigarette, a blunt, a vape.
And also, you have to think about it. She's just starting off. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And when it comes to deals, it's like, why would Beats call her up if she over here with these vapes in her hand?
I bet you they going to have some smoke in that commercial.
Yes, there's
it could be fog smoke maybe, but not no
not no reefer.
Not a blunt.
Somebody gonna be smoking at that commercial shoot.
The only way she needs to take advantage of a commercial shoot that has anything to do with weed is if Snoop Dogg call her, and I know that's gonna be a great deal. Until then, do not accept it.
Okay, until then. Right. And you know what? She could start suing right now because so many of those reefer things are using her likeness.
Wow.
Absolutely. I've seen plenty of pictures. So
that I would have been doing.
That's another thing you would have been doing?
Yeah.
After you told her to go ahead and do it. Okay.
Coin on coin, man.
All right. Thank you guys. This is great business.
Get this money.
Stuff. Okay.
Well, congratulations to her for real though, because I really thought her career was not going to flourish. But little did I know our people would never let somebody down. Good job, Kanye. Even though it's Kanye West and the Beats, I mean Dr. Dre, Thank you.
Okay.
That's a whole nother topic.
Yes.
Right.
Moving forward, praise the Lord. So this week was pretty slow with major things happening. Oh yes, Jonathan, there was someone that a transgender person, a woman, she covered sports. What's the word?
Illustrated.
Sports Illustrated. Yes, and I'm looking up her name now. Her name is Lena Bloom. Lena Bloom. She is the first transgender model to cover the famed magazine. Megan Thee Stallion is also covering this issue as well. I think it's the summer 2021 season of or I'm sorry, summer edition. So yes, congratulations to, or I was about to say congratulations, like RuPaul in the congratulations to Lena Bloom. Beautiful, beautiful woman.
Yes.
And, please, I encourage everyone to look that up. She looks good.
Stunning. And not to take anything away from Lena Bloom or Megan Thee Stallion, but the first African American singer was, you know who? Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter.
No. Learn your history.
The first singer, not the first African American. The model Tyra Banks was the first African American.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, learn your history.
That's when she had the pink, white and pink and white polka dots. It was
right.
Okay. Speaking of bodies and such, so we've been seeing a whole lot of Lizzo on the internets.
Everywhere.
Are we calling it Beyonce's internet?
No, Beyonce's internet. Why would we call it that?
I was going to ask you the same question. Why would we call it that?
I've heard people refer to the internet as Beyonce's internet.
I've never heard that, and I'm a Beyonce stan. No, I've never heard it called that.
I mean,
but I love the name.
I can see why, because every time she drops something, she does break that whole entire
right.
Anywho, moving forward, Lizzo has come out, of course, having great music. I do enjoy her music; it's very fun and stuff, and she is a fluffy woman. And she has
fluffy.
And she has no problem, wearing the bikinis and remember that scandal with the pants with her butt cut out and all that stuff. She has no problem doing all of that. And okay, this is what's crazy to me. Just I've been, thinking about it. Thank you for bringing it up, Mike. So being that she's out there doing the whole body positivity thing, what makes it even crazier to me is when she shows herself eating a smoothie or a salad or doing things like exercising to make sure that her body is in good health.
Right.
People go in on her saying that, oh, she's just conforming to what the world is. She just needs to go ahead and be big. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want?
Damn if you do, damn if you don't, basically.
And she continuously has to take up for herself and say, look, I'm not trying to be anything but healthy. And personally, I think it's very good because when it comes to things that's going on in this world that people are just shunning and stuff like that, and they shouldn't be, sometimes you have to shock the world. Sometimes you have to say, okay, this is here. I am here. There are many people as you walk outside the door that look just like me. We are all worthy. We are all great people. And I'm going to be out here in my bikini no matter what. It just is what it is. Hurry up and take it. So how do you guys feel about the whole body positivity thing?
I absolutely love it because I think being a bigger size guy myself, it takes time for you to get comfortable with your own body. So I know for me, when I came out and just didn't care anymore what the public opinion was or the looks they gave me, I started just trying different things where it might be a see-through shirt or maybe more of a low-cut shirt where you're going to see some things, you might see some nipples or whatever the case may be. It made me feel just good inside. Like I don't have to be no skinny mini to go out there and feel comfortable about myself. I can do what I want to do. I can dress it up real nice. I have the personality for it. I can go in a room and shine, and I'm not going to conform or whatever the word may be to what you think is sexy or cute or whatever the case may be. So I love it. Now, sometimes, like my grandma may say, when you are a bigger person, you have to find things that complement your body also. So you just
Agree.
have to keep that in mind. You can't just go out there and wear everything. We all
Right.
make mistakes because I have made them too. I look back at a picture, I'm like, oh my God, what the hell was I thinking? But once you find something that you like and is comfortable and it fits your figure, please
Hmm.
wear it. Wear it because they're gonna wear whatever they want to, and I'm
Agreed.
gonna do it too.
What you think, Jonathan?
Yeah. First of all, as far as those who are, detractors towards Lizzo, at least trying to be healthy, why would you put someone down for doing something good for themselves? To me, that does not make any sense at all. Now, as a gay man, body image is like a number one
Yes.
in our community. And if
Whew.
of course we are all shapes and sizes, but
Mm-hmm.
there is like a pinnacle of what gay men look at as good looking. And of
Sexy.
course, that is going to
Mm-hmm.
be the six packs, the abs, the big booty, everything all together at once. And so I have actually struggled with the way that I look personally, although I'm not a bigger person, because my body is not necessarily. I didn't notice of the way that I looked physically until I began to accept my sexuality. And once I began to
Mm-hmm.
do that and got into the LGBTQ plus circle, then that's when it started to come into my head. Oh, well, wait a minute, my body doesn't look as good as these guys, or I think I gotta, do whatever. But
Yes.
just look inside and love who you are,
Right.
and be okay with that. And you know what? If you're not okay with the way that you look, you got two options. You can either accept it and get over it, or you can do
You
something to
can
change it.
change it. Correct.
So that's my thing on it. And of course, at this time, I'm still in that space somewhat. I don't know if I will ever be okay with my body, and I think I've come to grips with that now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's all up to you. However you want to do it. If you want to look
Yeah.
great, then do the work to look that good. So that's how I think.
Yeah,
That's what I think
and
about it.
I think you have to, the individuals have to find out what is great for you, not
Mhm.
society, but is what
Right.
looks good to you. Because I remember when I was a smaller person, I was so insecure, so depressed, and everything. But I was getting hit up a lot. I was getting people coming from all angles and hitting me up saying I look good, but inside, I did not feel good at all. But when I gained my weight back, which I wish I did it, I found my happiness again.
Yeah.
But it's all what you consider to be. What do you think is cute? Because
Right.
I can tell you right now, you can meet 10 people, and everybody's going to have a different definition of what cute
You
is.
got that right.
Right.
Yes. So you have to do what's best for you in your body,
Exactly.
and do it the healthy way, of course. But
Of
I'm so happy that Lizzo is like showing off her body because 9 times out of 10, it's more plus size people in the world to me than
Absolutely.
it is people who are in shape and have the nice six pack abs. No, it's not realistic.
oh, you do have a point there. What do you have any thoughts, Tyrone, as a straight man on the panel?
Um, let me be great, man. Let me do
Yeah.
me
Right.
Hmm.
without you having to put in all this extra added pressure that I'm already putting on myself to fit
Mm.
in this world of the music industry as they oversexualize how you appear to the public
Hmm.
Yes.
in order to gain sales,
Mm.
in order to gain popularity. Why can't I be who I was and whatever journey I am on? You come ride with me without you putting me down
Yes.
throughout this whole transition that I'm going through.
And you know
Mm-mm.
what's something else? I personally feel that one of the only reasons why we know who Lizzo is today is because of social media
Right.
and other opportunities to share your music. Um, Her music shined before she stepped forward.
Mm-hmm.
It did. Yes.
And even before that, she would talk about days of her being with Prince, singing with them and stuff like that. Like, it's not like she never had the talent. Somebody just had to hear her.
Hmm.
And
Right.
that somebody was the world. That was us. I'm over here doing all this like y'all can see it.
I mean, because if you look at an artist like Adele, who came in
Whew.
much bigger than she was size-wise.
That she is now.
And she's small now.
Going through the whole entire transition to who she has become today, the people who originally were fans of her, are they still with her today?
I think so. I think they would be. But I think she was true to herself, though.
Exactly. The reason I think the reason for the drop, I don't think is about her weight. I think it's more about her being available to be seen. When she goes, she's gone. She's not.
That's true.
And especially for us here in America, if we don't see you, we don't know what's going on, so we ain't paying attention. So, she was off home in England or whatever, living her life, getting married, getting divorced, having babies, and all this stuff. And we were not abreast of everything until she decides to say a little peep. And because, the paparazzi ain't going to be trying to fly all the way over there trying to get a little, peep of what's going on with her.
Right.
I believe that's why. But another reason why I think personally why Adele became so big is it's just the music.
If she can sing.
I mean, she's a hell of a talent.
Yeah, and her writing.
But I started noticing that, how the media shied away from her over time.
I don't think the media shied away from her.
Because she wasn't here.
No, she made herself available when she was going on tour. They still didn't cover her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They didn't cover her.
Now, he does have a point. Because if you compare her to somebody else that has the kind of sales that she has. Now think how often you see them in the media for anything, whether it be interviews or being caught with somebody out there in these streets.
But I think Adele's reputation is not going to... She's not going to follow the club drunk, so they're not going to be capturing like a Chris Brown who's wild and crazy. There's always something going on with Chris Brown, but Adele, she's going to be there for the concert and she's going to go back to the hotel room. There's nothing that you're going to catch that she's doing that's crazy.
But see, that makes me think like maybe they just don't see her as an available sexual woman.
That
could be it too.
The artist that came to my mind, Jennifer, when you asked that question was Taylor Swift. And, she seems to be like in the media quite a bit. But in a way, she's sort of like Adele, where you don't see her out a lot. You don't see her in the tabloids a lot. As a celebrity, it seems like you get to choose whether you are out in the news like that or not. And so I believe that Adele is obviously a very private person and is only doing this because she loves it. And this is how she gets her, things off. It's up to you whether you're going to be out there like that or not. So to me, I think it was up to Adele. If she didn't want to be out there, she was not going to be out there. She went out, she got her checks. Okay. And then she came home to the house. And that was it.
And for example, it can be done because Kylie Jenner hid the whole 9-month pregnancy from us. So we didn't know anything about that. She was a Kardashian. Well, a Jenner Kardashian. So if she can hide a 9-month pregnancy being who she is, I think it's up to you, like Jonathan said, it's up to you to decide if you want to be caught by paparazzi. And what I do know, some of them celebrities call the paparazzi.
Yes, sir.
Yes, they do.
So,
yeah.
That's also another thing.
Now, the only little thing I would say about Taylor Swift, people follow her. They're just trying to see who she's dating.
That's all.
Because she just has a list.
Well,
it's like me on Beyonce.
And moving on.
What you wearing? What you doing?
Lizzo. Keep shining, girl.
Yes, keep shining, Lizzo.
I agree.
Delicious.
Okay, all of that. Okay. So I have a quick question. Oh Lord, my whole computer. Okay. So I'm just gonna read this for you, and I really want to know how you guys feel about it.
All right.
P.S. If you guys don't know, me and this one, we're married.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yes, they
Yes.
are.
And here's what's
I'm
crazy.
just playing.
We're both straight.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Just wanted to throw that out there. Just, FYI. Anywho, this thing says, this came from the shade room, of course, right? So it says, cheating is not a part of ups and downs in a relationship. Who the F raised y'all?
This can be taken so many ways because cheating could
So
be a
many
down in
ways.
a relationship. But explain first, Jennifer, what you think that means, and we'll.
Here are my thoughts. Y'all can take it where y'all want to take it or whatever, but this is just how I feel because your opinions matter.
Yes.
So, the way that I think about it is being in a relationship, right? You're not engaged and you're not married,
Okay.
but just in a dating relationship. When I think about that in a dating relationship, a cheating error, I'll say it like that, that's not a part of a down. That's just the end for me. Okay?
The end. Into
Because
the end.
the
Okay.
The
Okay.
end,
Okay. Okay.
the
END.
Okay.
the
Fini.
that's it.
That's
A
it.
Right.
wrap.
Because that's why I agree with this woman here. If I am dating someone
Mm.
and if I'm not engaged and if I'm not married, I'm not sure what there is to fix. I know there's a relationship there, but if you thought that it was cool to cheat on me that early in this situation,
Right.
that now we're going to start creating a pattern,
Mm-hmm.
a
Mm-hmm.
pattern of
Mm-hmm.
what's okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And when it comes to me and I pray everybody else, you need to understand that you have to show your man, your woman, your partner how you want to be treated. And a part of that treatment is whether or not you're cool with being cheated on.
Hmm.
Mm.
Unfortunately, a lot of women, a lot of men like to show that, yes, I'm okay with it because what's going to happen, and you're going to see it over and over again. I'm going to
Mhm.
catch you cheating. I'm going to cry. I'm going to swing at you. I'm going to be upset for a week. I'm going to get horny. I'm going to call you
Hmm.
back up.
Hmm.
We're going to be in a relationship again. You're going to cheat on me. I'm going to cry.
All right, it's a cycle.
I'm gonna start
Mm,
swinging,
mm-mm.
Yeah.
and
Look at that
that's
cycle.
and that's
Yeah.
the cycle that he's gonna understand or she's gonna understand from you.
Right.
Mm.
So it's going to be something that's going to be carried. Even if y'all go ahead and get married, marriage won't change a thing,
Well,
and you
Mm-mm.
will continue to get cheated on because you taught him or her how to do that to you.
And also,
And
having a baby will not save your relationship
it
either.
will not. It will be more complicated. Ooh, I really hope that a lot of, I don't want to just say women, but I hope that a lot of women and men do
I hear
hear
you.
this conversation, but because we all know someone or are friends with someone who they are going through some things in their relationship, don't have any titles other than boyfriend, girlfriend, and there's why? Like I don't understand it. And all I can do is be a listening ear because I'm never going to tell you to leave him because I'm not going to be that person to tell you that. But in my head, I'm like, why are you even with him? Like, why? Why? And my thing is also me being 30 now. If you get cheated on one time and you go back to him, don't tell me about it no more, okay? Because I don't care at this point. Don't tell me about it anymore.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah. Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
me about it because you're
I'm good.
choosing to stay like a dumbass. So don't tell me about it.
oh wow.
Right.
Now, me personally, which is gonna sound stupid because now I'm about to sound like a dumbass myself. I feel like I will allow one accusation.
Hmm.
Being in the gay community, I just feel like sometimes, which is no excuse, and I'm making an excuse, but I feel like everybody's relationship has a a beginning, middle, and end. And I do believe the beginning sometimes it may be a cheesation, if that's the word, there. And I will, oh God, I will allow. That sounds so stupid for me saying it out loud, but I think I will allow one, depending on how the situation is. Oh, it sounds so stupid, don't it? It sounds so stupid, but go ahead, Jen.
I just had a little question.
Yes, yes.
So
I know. I just said a
what?
lot of stuff about somebody
I'm,
else
I'm
being cheated
I
on.
think my question is, what is the breaking point for you?
The breaking point for me is no. I think about my grandparents for me,
Yeah.
and you never know what somebody else went through in life. And my grandfather passed away. I know. I thought he was just a church going. Well, he is a church going man. All I know is him and my grandmother working things out forever until he passed away. And when he passed away, I found out he had another child. So, you know, I don't know if it was, I knew it wasn't, I don't know if it was in the marriage or relationship. I don't know which part it came. I didn't ask some questions. But I do know he had an older child that we didn't know about until he passed away. So they made it work out. And I'm guessing maybe, I don't know what happened in the relationship, but you just never know what people may go through. And I just
But
feel like,
see,
no, one, I might just let one happen depending how it happened.
I feel like the difference with that is a marriage. I feel like we can work on that if we married and we committed each other and like we've been together forever. And it's like, look, don't do that shit again.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Tyrone, you over there shaking your head and all that stuff. Go ahead, baby.
Jonathan, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, this would be a good time to
um,
have some questions. Yes.
so, first of all, I'll preface this by saying I've never been in an actual committed relationship before. However, this has crossed my mind millions of times. For me, I do not believe that I would allow anyone to cheat on me and still be in a relationship. I believe that is a absolute no again. And that's because I know every time I see you afterwards, I'm only going to think of that other person that you were with. And I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
be thinking, every time that you go out of the house or out of the apartment, are you with
Mm.
so and so? Are
No
you lying?
trust there.
Are you telling the truth? So for me, it is an absolute no. And that is one of those things that I'm going to have to tell my other half when we start out our relationship, just so you know from the jump, if you cheat on me, I am leaving your ass, period.
Oh,
Point,
yes, yes.
end. Now I do know that it's pretty, I wouldn't say it's popular, but monogamy seems to be a thing of the past nowadays. And I feel as though
In the
because I
past,
grew up in it, for me, not in general, but like, for our generation,
I
it
can
seems
understand where
like
you come from.
everyone
Yeah.
kind of has a friends with benefits and is not looking forward to getting married. It seems like our generation is more on the get it now while it's hot and fast and all that good stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and not be thinking about your future. I don't see too many people in our generation being married and the numbers that we see marriages now, or that we saw marriages in the 90s or in the 80s. But that's just my personal opinion. But
I think times are
for
different now.
that's true. But yeah, for me, cheating is a no-no. And but like Jennifer was saying, people will only treat you how you allow
Yeah.
them to treat you. So if you are, kind of on the fence about something, someone's going to take advantage of that until you can't take it no more. So
Well, let me
for
ask you this
me,
question.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Because what do people? Because this always comes up when I'm talking to my friends circle about this, and everybody seems to have different opinions of what cheating is. And
Mm.
I feel like that should also be a
Play your
conversation in the
part.
beginning of the relationship because not just physical is cheating. I think emotionally is considered cheating also. If you're emotionally
Right.
available to somebody else while you're still talking to me, then I think that's cheating
Problem.
also. But then also, it's also double standards. When you talk about that also, because I know that I probably would do something, but you can't do it. Just being honest.
Okay. But that certainly is a conversation. And I do want to insert that I have seen a study recently that 2-parent homes have risen up to 70% as of recently,
wow.
which is higher than I think they said in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So we are getting better with coming together and raising these children.
Right.
So, but it's like people are not seeing it. Yep, a lot of people are not subscribing to the whole marriage thing. Which
stay home couples.
Yeah, the actual couples and stuff like that. What were you gonna say, Tyrone? I don't want
to. I've been gathering a lot of thoughts on this just now, and from what I can say thus far is, people's value in the beginning, what they bring to the table of their relationship, can be the contributing factor to this whole subject of cheating. You come in, you devalue yourself, you're not bringing something to the table, then that person that you're with decides to go and find something else outside of that relationship because of what you did not bring to the table.
Right.
Or you come into the table expecting more and don't receive what you expected because they showed you one thing to get you in the door. But when you came out and looking around, you're like,
the filter is turned on and now it's the real show.
Just what now?
Now you got dark circles under your eyes.
I ain't signed up for all this.
Right.
Now I'm looking for something else.
But a part of me also feels like it's the intention of the relationship. If we can somewhat make it clear what the intention is
from day one,
there's a possibility. No, I mean it can be
not day one.
I say day one. I agree with Tyrone.
Because
from
it does. Day one. It can take a moment to get to the space where you decide to become like okay. Because you don't automatically come with somebody, have a few come. That's disgusting.
That's my mind. Coming in.
If you have a friendship, right, or a new person that you're getting to know, you don't automatically say, "Hey, I think you're cute. Be my boyfriend. Be my girlfriend."
There's people that do that though.
That's not cool.
That's not cool at all. And I think a lot of gay relationships, gay people do that too.
A lot of people, both heterosexual and homosexual, take that stance where they come into the relationship. I know what I want. I want you. Come with me.
But you can't do that.
But you don't know somebody at the end. You don't know somebody. And I do feel like a lot of, I'm just thinking about the gay relationships. I know a lot of my friends, because that person is attractive, they would just date that person because they're attractive, not knowing them. That person is a crazy MF. Yes, and it's just the appearance. Like you want him for the appearance, not for the actual relationship.
For who they are.
For who they are.
And let me ask you, Mike, being that you've had friends that have gotten into relationships that fast, right? Tell me, how many has lasted beyond a month?
None. Well, none. None. And if it did last beyond the month, it didn't make it to the third month. I can tell you that. I can guarantee you that.
90 days in? A lot of people don't make it to 90 days.
Because but this, I personally believe that when you jump into a relationship when you first meet somebody just based off their looks, I believe you kill the possibility of even figuring out whether or not it's a relationship worth being in. You can't step into a relationship just automatically. We are intertwined now, and I don't know you.
I don't know you.
Right.
If you actually build a friendship, the reason why you stick close to friends because they've built that relationship. We've gotten to know each other. Now I see there's more
Come on, somebody.
To you.
Yeah.
I put more worth on you, and now that I see that you're good chilling with, you're good this, drinking, you're good having deep conversation, you're good enough to meet my mama, though you ain't about to meet my mama no time soon. But you're
And
good
Right.
I'm
enough to
wholeheartedly
do
open and available for you now.
That's what dating should be.
exactly.
That's what it should be.
Building that
Yeah.
And I wish it
chemistry.
was that way.
It's not. People get together for the hookup.
The
That's
hookup,
Or
the thing.
or the look.
the
Because
look,
Yeah.
it's
That's a part
more
of
so
it.
the look and the
I'm hooking
appearance.
up with you because I think you're
Right.
cute.
or I'm
I'm
hooking up
with you because you got money.
or I'm hooking up with
Right.
you because I'm
I'm
lonely
just
and I want
I'm
somebody up in
lonely,
my bed.
Exactly.
and I do know ooh I I do know,
Just a breakup.
especially in South Carolina. I'm
Okay.
on a couple of apps. Not saying which one,
Just a few.
but just
Okay.
a few.
Oh,
But you get hit like I'm not even on that level anymore. When I turn 30, something just clicked. Like I'm not even want to do that anymore. But
Ain't that beautiful?
it just it's a lot of people hit you up in the first message link.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh my god, and I hate when somebody feels like they're obligated to get what you got. Like
Right.
that's that
I get
pressure.
to know me. Like I'm an individual now. Well, I've been an individual, but I know that I'm an individual now. I bring something to the table. You and whatever you may want to come over here and do, been there, done that, wrote a book about it. The book is closed. Like I'm over it now. Come with something now. Come with
Substance.
something.
Bring
Substance.
substance
Bring
to
something other than that.
It's like you want to try to link up with me to see if you want to have sex with me before
No,
you
not in the
hear my
Steve. Just they
voice.
just want to do it.
Oh
they
That's
just
Lord.
want to do it.
Oh no.
And
yeah.
that's because we are visual creatures.
Yeah, the men's
Yeah.
Right.
are.
You know?
Yeah, and I will say we are. I mean, and I understand it. 'Cause I mean, we are. Well, I was there that then too. But I wanted something better now. Like I made sure that the profile says I'm not looking for this. I'm telling you now.
Exactly.
Those things are over with. If you got it, good job, lucky you got it. But now I'm on to something so different now. Like
Mm.
Right.
I'm grown now. Like
Okay. Ain't got no time.
I ain't got no time
Right.
for
That's
the
what happens
BS.
when you hit 30.
But
When you hit 30, you be like,
You
I
like,
ain't
nah, I ain't got
no
time for
time
that
for more
BS.
games here.
that is
Okay.
the
I
beauty.
want, and I know what I want.
That's the
Yes,
beauty of having age because you see the foolishness around
I was.
you.
I'll
Right.
say this: you get pleasure not out of sex anymore, but out of communication. Woo!
Right.
It's something about communication with a good person who
Yeah.
got substance
Come
that
on.
will turn
Mm-hmm.
you on more than just a physical body.
Agree. Ooh. Oh now.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Stimulate your mind. Stimulate your mind.
Let me tell y'all something.
Stimulate your mind.
For
Okay.
Yes.
anybody that's watching this, we're gonna have to make a clip or whatever of just this conversation so people can hear what we're saying because we over here dropping facts and
Oh,
giving,
Yeah.
great commentary on
And
this.
okay.
no, and as I'm thinking right now, in the beginning, I was saying I would allow one accusation, but I'm better than that too. I'm not even gonna do that because I know I bring to the table, and it's more. I can get more than that. Like you cannot do that to me. No, I
You
can't
just
allow my.
discovered new
Yes,
vibe.
I'm thinking new
New vibe.
vibe. I'm on a different phase right now. Like
Yeah.
Right.
you got to bring something better than that to me. Like that's some old
Hey,
BS. If you feel like you can't control yourself.
Come
now
on.
you have established a new standard.
Right.
Yes. Oh.
Yes. Ah, yes. Wait.
Fellas, let me tell you about this, fellas. Let me tell you
Wait,
something.
hold on.
I'm about to
Oh, Mike, I remember those days we used to just go off and have conversation. My God.
fellas,
Yes.
fellas.
Woo.
Strangers out there. If all you looking at is that twat, and that's your standard, that's it. That's all you care about.
And that's all you
You
gonna get
setting yourself up for the okie doke.
Yes.
every time, though.
Right.
Either she gonna have multiple baby fathers, you gonna be one of them,
If Merry Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
or she always gonna be throwing that thing somewhere.
Okay, somebody gonna have it.
Okay.
Somebody always gonna have it.
Right.
And that's what I don't
Not
also
just
like
you.
about the gay community. Well, I know that's any community, but I know in the gay community in
Yeah.
South Carolina, it's so small that when you
Everybody done
find
had
somebody that,
everybody.
Everybody done had it.
yes, when
You in
you
the
find
same
somebody and
block.
bring them to the cookout, oh, that person had them, that person had them, that person had them. Now I'm turned
Right.
off now. I know I'm turned off.
She over there with.
Yes. How you know somebody? You know him? How you know him? I'm like, oh Lord, he's about to tell me the truth.
Right.
She was
We
yelling
can't all
about
talk at one at a time, Tyrone, and
She was
people
over
can't hear over all your whispering.
She was over Dollar Journal the other day, man.
Oh my gosh. God bless us all. But yes, I think to wrap that area up, set a standard for yourself.
Correct. Set a standard for yourself.
Right.
That's the
Because
ultimate goal.
you
What would you
because
allow and what would you not allow?
Exactly. I was going to say that same thing, Mike. What will you allow and what will you not allow? Have that set in your mind first and put your foot down on it, your Tim's on it, so it doesn't not move at all.
Yes.
And yeah, and
Every time he
show
get a
people.
point in, he freezes out. And I also would
Ooh, that
say,
mama thing.
within the first month, if you think this is something that may be continuing on, talk about what both parties think is cheating. Because, like I said earlier,
you gonna find
everybody
You gonna find
consider cheating something totally different.
Right.
And let's go ahead and put a nip it in the bud right now, day 31. Because if you feel like day 145, they're not going to whoop you cheat on me.
okay.
look,
Right.
I fell away because there's some people out there that look at dudes, straight dudes that be looking at all these booty on their Instagram timeline and be like, you cheating.
No, I don't consider that
They
cheating.
be so
No.
faithful. So
But
faithful.
here's the thing. This is what I've always said. When I got married, I didn't become deaf, blind, and dumb.
Correct.
Okay.
I still got eyes.
Right.
Okay, and I can see you look
Yes.
good.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, and you can't expect people to just like I've seen what he be looking at and stuff like that. It's not like he be oogling butts all day, but I've seen some very beautiful women on his cellular phone device, and he's not trying to hide it from me. I
Mhm.
mean,
Right.
I can say yes, she looked good because I can see
That's right.
that people look good, and there's nothing wrong with acknowledging that. I do that in my regular everyday when I see if I see somebody and they look good, whether female or male, I'd like
Well, they
I
look good. They're cute.
you look
Yeah.
good.
Mhm.
There's been times where I've about driven past some people and rolled down the window. You look good.
Right.
Yes, you look beautiful on this morning. Praise
So we ain't
God.
doing all that now.
I actually
No.
have.
She
I
Well,
saw
together, yes, but no.
I saw this really beautiful family. They had, like some African attire for a Sunday morning.
Oh,
And I
yes.
saw the whole van. I said, y'all look good on this morning now.
Mm,
Okay,
Yeah.
anywho. But yes, let's stop getting off track here. Remember to how should I say? Decide within yourself what's good for you and what you will not take, just as everybody else has said here,
Yes.
and stand
Know
firm
your
on that.
worth.
Exactly. And be clear on things because it's kind of hard to lie it's kind of hard not to find a lie when you've already had these conversations beforehand.
right.
If you didn't make it clear beforehand, you really kind of can't blame
The other
yourself.
person.
Exactly. You
Other
can't
person.
get mad.
Mhm.
I already told you.
Because he said
Yes.
he's going to be, flirting. He already said he's a flirt. He's been
Hmm.
flirting. She's been flirting and keeps on flirting in front of your face.
So don't get mad when it comes.
Now that's disrespectful to do it in somebody's face. That's disrespectful.
But some people are okay with that. I'm not.
Saying,
Right.
Some people are.
we at the
Nope.
gas station. I'm getting me my beer and cigarettes, and you over there flirting at somebody.
And I think that's the ultimate disrespect when you do it in front of me.
Right.
When you
It's
do it in
ultimate
front of me,
disrespect.
like you don't even respect me enough to even hide it.
Like, am I here?
That's disrespect.
Right.
Like, am I here?
Am I not sitting
And
right next to you?
let me ask you this, because you guys are married. This is something I think that I will have an issue with. Now, I don't mind you looking, but this right here, like don't be turning your head like that now. Don't do that. That's just too
Yeah.
much for me.
I'm sorry. I've pointed out butts.
But it's different. But I'm like,
Because here in Atlanta, there are a lot of really prosperous booties, and I have to tell Tyrone to look, or we both look together. But I do understand what you're talking about, Mike. Say we're walking together and we're just doing our thing, and then a girl walks past,
and then he just like, and I'm having the whole conversation by myself at this point because you that booty back there.
Right.
That is a problem. It is a problem. I do agree with that. But
that is not a standard of excellence there, okay?
Okay. We coming up on 50 minutes.
Okay. Shame on you.
We're coming up on 50 minutes. Jonathan, you had just one last thing to talk about?
Yes. One thing I just wanted to get everyone's opinion on really quickly here, because we talked about it in a support group that I'm a part of last night. So cultural appropriation. We all know that there are plenty of artists who are not a part of the African-American community or any other ethnicity that are involved in music genres that do not match their ethnicity, such as, for example, Justin Timberlake, Bruno Mars, Eminem. He's a white rapper. Also, other artists as well. Some might say Adele, even though she really doesn't do too much, but her voice is very soulful. So there's a small group of people in the African American community who don't appreciate those who are not a part of our community profiting off of our culture. Me personally, I enjoy those artists like Bruno Mars, like Justin Timberlake. I love his first and second album. Those other artists who, Justin Bieber, for example, who has publicly stated that he understands that he profits off of our community because, that's the kind of music that he enjoys, and that's what he does best at. So what are you guys' opinion on artists of other ethnicities taking part in our culture for their well-being? Jennifer?
I have plenty. So what I will say is that I go based upon what these artists are saying are their influences and who they are giving the bigs up to and the thank yous for. And that's why I really like Bruno Mars, and I feel like I'm very cool with Bruno Mars doing what he does with music, because when he won, was it that album of the year or something like that?
Yeah.
He thanked Teddy Riley, which is where he got a lot of his stuff from. He thanked the other big producers and artists that's done their thing, and he was able to kind of like mirror that kind of feel to those things. So he has given the respect due, which is why, though we know he's not a black man, he is still a man of color, but he's still giving the African American people that have paved the road for the music that he's putting out, he's given that justice. Now, on the flip side is somebody like Justin Timberlake. This was after
Janet Jackson.
After the whole Janet Jackson thing and all that. You know what I'm saying? Even if you just try to look past that Janet Jackson thing, which we should not.
We're not.
Even if he's over here talking about how his influence for some of his music was freaking Frank Sinatra.
And I don't hear it in none of his music.
Like, seriously? Let me tell you something. I don't have any, like, just to keep it real, I don't have any respect for Justin Timberlake. It just is what it is. Whenever I hear his music, though, I just say thank you to Timberland. Thank you, Timberland. Every single time.
Thank you,
Tim. Ooh, this sound good.
Right.
Thank you, Tim. I don't say nothing about...
Thank you, Dr. Dre.
I never say anything about that man.
Thank you, Just Blade.
Because he's not... And then, this is what messed him up. His most recent album, where he's off in the woods or something like that, doing country or something. I don't know what he was doing, okay?
Bluegrass.
Okay, thank you, husband. That bluegrass music that fell... Like, I don't even know, did it go wood, plastic? I'm not sure what happened.
Fell out the sky, that's what happened.
I didn't know he had one out.
And there you have it. There you have it. But he was actually trying to go to his true roots for real. Finding out that it wouldn't work, he still had to use that, I'm about to say the N-word. Okay.
Come on, somebody.
He still had to use that. No, I ain't trying to get demonetized when it's time for us to get monetized. I need you to keep that out your mouth.
Okay.
We ain't saying the N-word around here. But anywho.
Nubian music, please.
Nubian music.
Rough and black.
Okay.
Okay.
That was a moment where he realized he had to use the African American sound for him to get somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
he was
think
gonna come up with another bluegrass thing.
yeah, this conversation actually happened for me on not TikTok. What is that thing called with the app? It was only for Apple people
Ego?
at one point.
What's the thing called? Clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse, and they were talking about this conversation right here and how they would no longer support Justin Timberlake. I believe that when we were younger, we didn't know any better, so we just followed
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake and we listened to him and everything. Now that we have common sense now and know that he has never came out and did anything for our people other than give them a job behind the scenes.
Right.
He has never did anything up front or out in the open for us. So I do think that's why now, even if he comes out with a major album, I don't think it would do any. It wouldn't do well with the black people. It would probably do well for his kind, but we would not support that album. I believe. We would support.
Black
You think
people
so?
support 'em.
I
They
don't think
loyal.
I don't think the black people will support, and I also don't think the white people, because let's keep it real. Us African Americans are the heartbeat of what's cool in America.
Yes.
That's true. Very true.
So if the African Americans ain't feeling it,
Ain't nobody gonna feel it.
especially if he's trying to come up with African American music, unless he did try to go country, he did try to go bluegrass, but it was not successful.
But if he was to come back and re-release something similar to the 2020 experience,
That was a cute album.
Would Jake?
I think African Americans will be for it because it's what they can relate to.
I got you.
He would have to have somebody on that album. It won't be just, it'll be a solo project, of course, but he would have to have some major features on the album. Like,
that's easy for him though.
But it is easy for him. Do you think it will be easy now? I mean, I guess he had Jay-Z and Beyonce before, but I think now we're in a different space now than 2018 when he did that project.
Granted, people are more awoke.
Yes, because they're more aware, because
right.
He had to put out an apology for Janet Jackson that nobody
so long ago, but
and Prince
and the Prince, his disrespect. Oh, I love Prince. Don't disrespect the.
God bless the kid.
Anyway, man, and then for Britney, they're trying to support Britney, but everybody's like, you did her dirty. No,
wait too late. Forgot that. Nobody.
Yeah.
So and then now I feel okay about liking Cry Me a River.
I do like that song. I ain't gonna comment right now on this live.
Yeah, but, and to be honest, I really enjoy Justin Timberlake's first two albums, and to try to separate that, I think I'm getting better at it now. I really don't listen to Justin Timberlake like that often, but whenever, like you, Jennifer, like you said, whenever I hear his song, I can then thank the ones who actually put it together and move on.
Timberlake did that.
Yeah.
But another artist in this category would be like JoJo. Like she's always given props to the Black artists who have come before her.
And,
for a long time.
Right. And she has the talent to back it up. So yeah, it just depends on the artist.
I mean, Eminem rap wise,
well,
he's kind of set his own path.
No,
that's true. I agree with that.
Although he includes
a lot of us, but that's because his life is so much similar to ours, also.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's very inclusive, and to say that he's a Justin Timberlake type person.
Oh no, he ain't.
No, he's not in the same boat.
There's no way.
He just happened to be white, and that's the only thing they have in common.
Only thing is his skin.
I will say when we were talking about it on that Clubhouse, they brought up Kim Kardashian always getting the black dollar, and I didn't feel like I don't know how to feel about that one.
but you know what? I'll say this: all I can do with the Kardashians is to just give them their respect for creating something out of literally nothing.
Facts.
Literally.
I do that.
What's on?
Anywho,
I gotta give Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore is another.
What?
Jersey Shore?
Yeah,
I gotta give them their props for doing what they did
what
to
do?
pop culture.
Yeah, what did they do to pop culture?
I'm trying. That's what I'm asking. What happened, husband?
What they do?
Please inform us.
Well, I'm saying, like, if I'm looking at keeping up with the Kardashians as a show, I'm looking at Jersey Shore in the same light.
But
I think it's not nothing in common though, is it?
Even though they're completely different,
especially in
I'm
success.
just looking at the platform that they created for themselves. That's all.
Okay, I hear you with that. The platform they created, but we veering off away from cultural appropriation.
We did, ain't it? My bad.
Yeah.
But this is the thing with cultural appropriation and the Kardashians. The Kardashians have been appropriating black men for a very long time.
A long time since the beginning of time, child.
I hate talking about that.
But it's true. It's very true.
I have even
their mother has a black boyfriend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But once you go black, you don't go back. You know
what I'm saying?
Whatever.
But
I don't feel like they do black men just because it's a good thing. I feel like they really.
It's hip.
I'm kind of on the fence with that.
Yeah, I want to be honest. Too. Yeah.
I'm kind of on the fence with. I don't believe anyone would fake who they like just for
I don't think that either.
And giggles. But I do believe that they think that it is a popular thing to do. I do think that they recognize that it is a popular thing to have a black boyfriend. It makes it ups their level a little bit in their fans' eyes, because many of their fans are black people. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the majority of their fans might be black. I don't know, but it's
for them to have that kind of success, it's got to be the majority.
But white. They're not really white though, so I don't feel they're mixed white. But I don't feel
think
like
they're Armenian.
They're Armenian, so
yeah.
I mean, usually Armenians stay with Armenians, but I feel like if you're going to go outside of that, I mean, it will be a black person. I mean, I don't know. I'm glad. I'm just trying to maybe put a different opinion out there.
I will have to say that I'm just really happy that I am African American.
Amen.
It's nice to be on this side of the color spectrum. It feels good.
Yeah. I think the next topic for another day should be, well, not for you guys at the bottom, I guess. Oh, well, I guess you had a life outside being married and dating. Would you or have you ever dated outside the race? Because
that would be a great topic.
That would be a great topic because I definitely have
long one.
Yeah, that one over there. So I can't get that.
But that's
yeah.
I was going to just wrap it up. That makes it an hour, y'all. But thank you guys so much for joining us. And thank you guys again for your support. Please make sure that you do subscribe, that you do press that thumbs up button, that you do leave a comment for us, and that you share this with all your friends. Until next time, you guys, good night, and have a blessed one. Bye, y'all.
Bye. And all of our stuff is down in the description box below. You can follow us.
Yes, Mr. Real 121.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Bye, y'all. Have a good night.
Good night.